Whew. Welcome back to Metal Gear Rising, guys.
You just start off right in the middle of the battle, of course. Because what else do you do in this game? So far we've learned that all of Armstrong's company stands for. Doesn't happen to BPG. They're taking kids and unions for who knows what, actually, for now. But
Is it over?
For now, yeah. But that room, those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh. We saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes. This must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking their brains.
Jesus. Are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait. The cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperados just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True.
it wasn't a few hours. It was like a few minutes ago. Come on.
I better move.
With my playing skills, hours. I did not spend hours in this sewer.
Probably
I'm sorry.
best you stay out of there. We don't want to risk harming any of the brains.
I could open the door. It's not brains before.
Probably best you stay out of there. We don't want to risk harming any of the brains.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. This is serious. I don't know what they're doing with the brains, but this kind of mission has changed a bit. First off, we were just trying to supple the Desperados, but now we got a subplot. What are the Desperados doing with them children? Actually, the game. You can't get into that door, so you use the robot's AI, like a Bluetooth thing, just to control it. This reminds me of the part in Kingdom Hearts 1 where you become like a Heartless.
These guys are pretty jumpy now.
Like next.
Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
This isn't. Let's see. Yeah, this is another second I want you to be like Metal Gear Solid stealthy with, but I mean you can do just fine. But you don't really have to. I mean you can still make it out of here. Just by running around, they'll ignore you. Excuse me, sir, just minding my business. There we go. And that's why it reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 1. Because the section in that was also embarrassingly short if you knew all the shortcuts.
Let's try using it to access the lab server. Raiden, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs, guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Then send us what you do have. You've already commenced the plan.
The Sears program?
Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's right straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else.
Your work is astonishing.
And your work is late. We need to ship before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop. All right. You've made your point. Oh, thank you.
The heck is that?
Somebody had not how to destroy any unharvested inventory. Yeah? But have you any idea what they cost? Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burn.
That's not how it works, but okay.
A significant investment. Yes, yes, you'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch. I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough. Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
You see that, Kev?
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. He definitely seemed familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
I like how they all find out. It's like, sir, render arrest. Oh, you're on a call. Okay, I'll wait. You done that? Are you done with the plot extortion? Okay, attack. That's literally what it looks like. This is actually a really good vantage point because I don't think anything can actually get up here unless they have like projectiles. You're pretty much safe up here. They'll just like gather around it, so you're pretty much safe. But as well know, I'm a rocket man. I'd go where I'm needed. I wish I could go back through that hole. I'm pretty sure Raiden could fit in there. But yeah, we're still using the MGS4 Raiden costume, which is actually, to this day, still my favorite one. In fact, I mean, it's honestly iconic to him now because, well, I mean, I guess, well, maybe the one from this game is, but I just love the way it's like the coloration of it. And they use the same suit in the beginning of this game. So, I mean, that's gotta mean something. An ominous door. Which won't open until I guess we destroy all the enemies. So this was actually a section you want to kind of be stealthy in, but I'm not patient. So now to slaughter everything. That's right, you two, and you, and you, and you. Oh, hey, weren't you my last girlfriend? You as well. Alright, thanks for blood. Alright, well, hopefully there's something terrifying in this room.
Bad news, right?
Of course, it's a hallway, therefore it means loading screen.
Maybe the coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
So yes, that means they found him. It'll be an action game if they didn't. A giant opened up arena. I don't like this. Actually, this is not my favorite song. It's called Rules of Nature, but my favorite is Sundowner's theme in this game. Whenever the thing is, this is sort of a mini boss. It'll back up from where you hit it, but the thing is, once it starts turning red, it will charge forward and like stun lock you, and it actually really hurts. So you like kind of like back off and like parry as soon as it does that, because it'll keep doing it continuously. It can kill. It has killed me before doing that. So just remember, the moment it turns red and backs it to the farthest it can go, parry, and you'll be fine. But that was only phase 1 to the mini boss. Begin. Can you imagine if these Metal Gears were all around in MGS4? Snake would have no chance. I'm sorry. You have to have Raiden on your side all the time. You only had the annoying ones. If America had these for our military superpower, my gosh, man. it's Titanfall. Everybody just like gets in the mechs. There we go. Instant War 1. Assuming the other countries don't get one, which they always do, so never mind. Get over here so I may slap you with my forget-me stick. It's pretty easy to stun this machine now. But yeah, you can throw the stun grenades at him. And for this machine, it really, like less than a second it stuns it. It's still enough for you to get like one combo on it before it starts up its pattern again. Which is good in my opinion. But yeah, I'm only explaining all this stuff now because this is actually going to be a, video game logic means that if it's a boss at a point later on, it's just going to be a normal enemy. So, for now, yeah, we actually made some progress. I'm not sure if I ever explained this, but yeah, the art bar is at the top and the enemy's health bar is at the bottom, which, I mean, it does slow it down. So I'm good. Logically, just whack at it with your sword for a long time and it'll eventually die, but you don't really want that. You want to, because this thing gets in a lot of pot shots when you're far away. I mean, it's almost dead too, so that's good. Man, this thing gets a lot of pot shots in. Like, how many missiles does this thing hold? And that's it. I should just do one of the smoothie edits where every single
I knew I'd seen that guy before.
ranking I get is S.
Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong. They're already talking about him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And get this. 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal. One of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Headlines? This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these. It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids, stand aside while they build an army of cyborgs? You heard them. We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and just no. Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
Mm-hmm. And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? There are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy. We'll figure it out once the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
I am just so distraught by this news. I'm not going to fill in the player. I'm just so distraught. Right. Stop that, boy. Anyway, we're getting closer to. Oh, thank goodness! For a second, I thought it was another one of those big machines. I'm like, oh, for frick's sakes. Yeah, we're on our way to fight. We're getting closer.
Artificial blood cryopreserver. They must have begun preparatory freezing.
What do you mean?
That device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
So what are they freezing, and why?
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
You had best hurry, Raiden.
Right.
And another door. How many doors are in this place? Oh, thank goodness. Only one more. Why do I feel like we're in Aperture Science?
Shit!
Hey, stop right there.
Knew it. I knew it. Oh man, this not cool.
You've heard of chloroform? Only an anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it. And adios, muchachos. Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out. Surrender, or decide the needs of the many or the needs of the few.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo.
How about the needs of all?
Surrender.
Rape face?
George, are you sure?
Man, I wish we had like you can see your costumes in game.
So precious. Ting, what if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate.
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it! Now! I'll kill him, I swear!
So does that mean by extension we cut off that kid's body too? Well, anyway, mission complete. Oh, come on, you know I got an S from that. But I think for next part we gotta get ourselves a new costume.
Let's see, we tried that one. Ooh. Gray Fox, you say? Time for a little blast in the past. Yes, we're gonna, next part, we're gonna try out the Gray Fox uniform. Which, again, is you have to buy that DLC. And, hey, I'm excited. I was fine with buying all the costumes and stuff for this part. For this playthrough. Honestly, they're all really good. So, I'll see you guys next part. Bye.